It's match day in Kumasi, the soccer cathedral of Ghana. This is where Ghana football normally converge. This is where the action takes place. Once the match is in Kumasi, you know it's a done deal. It's been a long time since Ghana lost there in any competitive game. And of course, we are all anxiously waiting. But something profound has happened just 24 hours before the game. And I would want to start with that. It's something that I have practically and basically commented about for the past 10 years and over. And it's got to do with the level of poor infrastructure in Ghana. And he had to take the Black Stars captain, or the newly installed captain of the Black Stars, or the assistant captain of the Black Stars, however you look at it, Thomas Partey, to voice this. And I'm proud of Partey for doing this. If you watch the African qualifiers, Morocco, Nigeria, Rwanda, Uganda, most of these countries, Benin, Togo, you see the quality of pitches they are playing on. You see the quality of stadium. Come to my own Ghana, football country or football nation as we pride ourselves. The whole country doesn't have one standard football pitch. No international stadium here. And when I say international stadium, I mean a modern stadium. We don't have. A lot of countries have invested massively in this area in recent times. Senegal, Uganda have transformed Nambole Stadium when I visited in 2014. Ghana still plays on some rusty, some cow grazing fields in this country. And I'm very proud and very, very happy that Thomas Partey has voiced this. The vice president of the country on tour in the Ashanti region took the opportunity to visit the team at their hotel, Norda Hotel. And this is what Thomas Partey requested from the vice president. Not money, not the players' welfare, not their flight tickets. He says, we want to play good football. When we visit other countries, we see the quality of pitches we play on. It ensures our safety. When we come back to our own country, Ghana, we struggle to even find a pitch to train on, let alone play international matches. Let's listen to Thomas Partey, his address to the vice president, and making these requests as captain on behalf of the entire team. Of course, they had to clap for Thomas Partey, but we are all aware it is not something that is hidden. The stadium is not any item or object of secrecy. We all have seen, we watch matches. These leaders are aware of when they travel, when they watch TV, they see. So in case you would want to have a physical evidence to this, the Black Star players trained in Mali. This is the pitch that they trained on. And this pitch is something that the Malian journalists themselves have criticized, that they need a quality pitch despite the transformation of the stadium in Bamako. This was the pitch in Bamako that the Black Stars played on. This was when they trained on the night before the game. So if you train on such a pitch and you come back to your own country, Ghana, so that is the Malian pitch there. And look at the pitch that the Black Stars are training on in Kumasi. And this is even after months of closing the stadium down for renovation of the pitch. So you watch the Malian pitch here. And despite a phone camera capture in this Malian pitch, this was a typical camera capture from the Ghanaian point of view. This is our national stadium. No pitch, digital pitch panels, nothing. Just playing in 1960, 1970 sort of pitches. It doesn't befit us. I know that we've gone beyond embarrassment as a country. And there is no need talking about this anymore. But for Thomas Partey's exemplary leadership of standing in front of the vice president to tell him that this is what we need. We are a country that has had so much of history in terms of football, but we don't have anything like this nature that we find in other countries. So this is why we need to play good football. Commendations again to Thomas Partey for being bold enough to address this matter. But I come back to the game itself. So we look through and see how Otuado's men will fare, or how they are going to line up against Central African Republic today. But let's first of all understand that the Central African Republic team are no pushovers. They are no pushovers. This is a very, very strong team. A very strong team, to be very honest. They are strong not because they have star players, but Ghana has struggled in recent times against teams like that. The last time they visited us in September for the AFCON qualifiers, they scored. We came from a goal down to win the game after 94 minutes, Ketsi Iñaki Williams' header. And the coach of Central African Republic was very livid that Ghanaians did not win on merit. And if we play like this, he was assuring us that we will get eliminated in the AFCON at the group stages. His curse, so-called, came to pass when we got eliminated in the AFCON. So we just need to prepare and psych ourselves. Let's put the victory over Mali behind us and go into the game with the sort of energy that is required from players to win a game against Central African Republic. In recent times, Comoros, Madagascar, Central African Republic, Mozambique, these are the countries that have taken us through some sort of shame and embarrassment. These are countries that have humiliated us. No star names, no big leagues, no big players, no global recognition, no exposure, the level of exposure that you expect from top footballers. Then they meet Ghana and beat us. If you watch closely, Ghana against Morocco, Ghana against Nigeria, Ghana against Egypt, AFCON, we drew against Egypt, even after scoring 2 goals against them, only for them to equalize in the 9 minutes of the game. Cape Verde, Mozambique, Comoros, Madagascar, Central Africa. These are the countries that hold us by the throat. They goad us. These are teams that cook us, like they say on internet in recent years. So we need to be very cautious. They have gone 9 games and they have lost only 1. And in their last 4 games, they are unbeaten. They are not having the privilege of playing their home games at their national stadium in Bangui. They are playing in Aouija, Morocco. But then they have played. This is their 3rd away game in the World Cup qualifiers. This is their 3rd away game in 4. So it means that they've only played 1 home game, and that's when they beat Chad by 1-0. They went to Mali and drew. They scored 2 goals against Comoros away in the Comoros National Stadium. So this is a team that we need to be very cautious. They've scored 12 goals and conceded 1. And in the last 3 games, the Comoros, Central African national team has only conceded 1. It doesn't look like a team that is so strong on paper, with the exception of Babula, who plays for Versailles, and that is even a semi-professional team in France. Exception of Godfrey Kondogbia, the former Valencia, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid player. He's the only person in Inter Milan as well. You all know Godfrey Kondogbia, who switched his nationality after missing out on the train to play for France. So we are going to be very careful and cautious. We won't have it easy. These are teams that come and we struggle to score against them. And I'm sure the fans are going to get behind the Black Stars when the things or the going gets tough. I have mentioned that this is not the time to play good football. When we have the opportunity, we play good football. But when we play 20, 30 minutes and we realize the kind of tactics or deployment that the opponents have made, we just need to go into the game to get the 3 points, qualify for the World Cup first. So the plan A should not be good football. I mentioned this and a lot of people do not understand. I insist that this is my point. We just need to go into the game by playing the best of football, not to, top possession, but to be able to lead our game to the opponent and get the goals that is required for us to be getting the 3 points out of the game. So that is what I basically want to mention, that good football will necessarily not get us to where we want to go. But first of all, let me see how the Black Stars will likely line up when they face Central Africa this evening. I think that there has been some changes with Otuado's team. In times like this, you just need to score goals, but then you need to see how the team will fare before you come into that. Thomas Partey, to me, will be very monumental today. Thomas Partey will be very instrumental. He'll be very integral. Those of you who are watching, mark this down. If we are going to win the game today, it will be from Thomas Partey. That is what I can point out, because I know what the midfield of Central African Republic looks like. They are very physical, very, very physical. These are no names, but they come at you with a sort of aggression that will make you want to pull your legs. They want to win all the 50-50 balls. Thomas Partey will be very integral today, and those who want to watch the game and make a mark down point can put this down. But I think that we have seen the good side of Lawrence Atizigi in games that he's played under, especially Otuado. We have seen the good side of Lawrence Atizigi, and definitely he's going to be the goalkeeper in post today, except for injury, where I think the coach has announced that there is no injury in camp. So in my opinion, Lawrence Atizigi will start in post today for the Black Stars. He's been very crucial for the team. Against Mali, we watch him in the World Cup. In games that he's played under Otuado particularly, he's been very good. He just needs to command his defense in order for shots, or not to face too many shots like he's done whenever he plays for them. I think Ali Dusedu will be at the right back, because these guys are very aggressive and robust. We need to put the brakes on them on the wings. When they scored against Ghana in September, you saw the way the goal was created from the wings, just looping the ball in the goal area and get the top defenders to whip that in. So Ali Dusedu on the right, Gideon Mensah definitely will be on the left side of our defense in there. But then in the central of defense, I will still go to maintain that we have Salisu in there. Mohamed Salisu will definitely feature prominently in defense alongside the pillar, a person who I refer to as the mainstay of Ghana's defense, Alexander Jiku. I cannot stop short of commenting and praising him anytime he dons the Ghana jersey. Even if Ghana loses, you clearly can see that this is a player who has the team at heart, plays with so much passion and commitment, and I will partner him alongside Mohamed Salisu in defense for the Black Stars. And you have Salis Mohamed also in central defense, or in front of the central defenders. That's the central midfield, to be the attack breaker of the team, supposed to block the opposition attack and initiate Ghana's own attack like he did against Mali. It was very torrid for him in the beginning minute, but he came better in the second half, and I think that he will come good if Mohamed Salis Abdul Samed starts today alongside Thomas Partey in midfield there. So this is basically how my midfield will look like. But you see, Otuado normally gets his team this way, and he started this from the World Cup. Gets two right backs, because we all know Tariq Lamptey is a typical right back. But what happens to him when he plays for Ghana is that he's pushed forward under Otuado, so that he comes back to support Ali Dusedu, who would normally be the right back. But then, because Tariq Lamptey has some exceptional skills in terms of getting in the pull-out or crossing into the box, I'm sure that he's going to be on the right side of the wing, which will not be bad. And then you have in there Mohamed Kudus. Didn't see the best part of him in the game against Mali, and like I mentioned, not because he wasn't good, but because he was marked out of the game by 2-3 defenders. Anytime he had the ball against Mali, he needed to come back or pass it as quickly as possible because penetration was very difficult for him. So Mohamed Kudus, as he spoke to the press before the game, has already hinted that they are going into this game to kill, not to kill, as in quote. They are going for the kill, basically because he says that we do not need to be concerned or worried so much about how the team plays, especially when they get the needed 3 points. And he seems to be in tandem with my notion that in the World Cup qualifiers, having 60-70% of possession without winning is immaterial. You are not building a team for the World Cup qualifiers. You want to qualify. If you say you are building a team, it's agreeable that you don't get the point, but you play good football. But a nation like Ghana, you want to be represented at the World Cup. You don't choose good football, possession, dominating, over winning. That's my point, and Kudus seems to agree. So Mohamed Kudus will definitely be in the team going forward. Regarding Jordan Ayew, I believe that Jordan Ayew needs to start this game with his experience. We saw that when he came in against Mali, and people say he needs to be a super sub. No, he can also be taken out when the performance is not good. But when you start him from where he started off, that win against Mali has been very a morale booster for himself and the team. Put him in this game and watch him do magic again. He's a player who tracks back, quality work ethic, something that we normally don't see. His work ethic is very good. So we need to start Jordan Ayew in this game, and possibly alongside Fiamenyo. We need to start him alongside Semenyo. Semenyo. I normally mistake him for Fiamenyo. So together, Jordan Ayew and then Semenyo in attack for Ghana. But there is one player I would want to see in this game, and that is Brandon Thomas. Brandon Thomas Asante, the new striker. He was very, very, very excellent in training, and the way he was pulling tricks and skills, and his energy. Just watch him get over the Ghana defense in Kumasi during the training sessions. He's very, very tricky, and he's nimble-footed. Gets the rights and lefts, each one of them functioning and being very effective. So I would want to see him in Kumasi in front of the fans. That is when we have a goal or two, and we need to make some new introductions. But definitely Fatawu Ishaku is also a player that I would want to see in this game for how he's improved in terms of his passing and being a player who contributes so much. Some time back he will always want to shoot, but since he started having the form at Leicester, he's changed under Enzo. He's changed very, very well, and Maresca has transformed him, giving him that energy to be able to provide more assists, giving him that training and teaching that he doesn't need to only score goals. He can also be contributing, and so Fatawu has provided more assists than goals he scored, and that is what I want to see. Provided an assist for Jordan Ayew to have his goal. So the assist has been part of him since his days in Leicester now, and that is something that we would want to see, especially in the game where energy will be required to run across the field throughout the game. So that is what Otuado and his men will likely form in the game against Central African Republic today. It's 7 p.m. in Kumasi. We know the fans in Kumasi will turn out, especially as the Black Stars have gone to get a very massive win in Mali. The Malians are also going through, but if you see the group, we need a win today to go on top of the group, provided that Comoros will lose their game or Madagascar also draw. But this is something that will be very good for Ghana. This is our second home game, 2 away and 2 home after tonight, and we need to go on top of the group, 9 points, and then wait for March of 2025 to see the subsequent games, because Central African Republic are coming in for their 3rd away game, And if they get any result, they have so many home games to play in the second round, which will be very disastrous, even though they don't play in Bangui, but in Morocco. So this is what we feel that the Ghanaians need to do, or the Black Stars need to do. Congratulations to them, and also wish them the best of luck today. Very good game for them, and a win. Essentially, ultimately, this is what we require: a win against Central African Republic. I always say, when it comes to the Black Stars, there is no black, there is no yellow. I am not neutral when it comes to the Black Stars. I am only objective. I can't be neutral when the Black Stars play against any team. The passion is there. The World Cup qualification is a national project, and it's for all Ghanaians. Let's support it. If you are in Kumasi, let's join them in the stadium and cheer the team. Thank you very much.